Women often ask if whether they can stay in a relationship with a cheating bastard. Yeah, they say that. They've been asking, they've been wondering, and lately I've been hearing a lot of women asking that same question. So here it is. You have two options as a woman, but before that, let me tell you how this happens and what the deal. I know because it's obvious, women have expressed, I feel like I cannot trust my man. I have to go through his phone. What is that? I don't know if he loves me. I don't know if he doesn't. Am I not good enough? Am I bad in bed? I mean, do I need to work on my, skills in the bedroom? Yeah, it creates a lot of insecurities, a lot of problems for the relationship when the man is cheating on his woman, or even if it's only once that he did it. But once he finds out, he may never go back because you feel that insecurity. Now you feel that you can't trust him. And how can you love somebody you can't trust? Right? Oftentimes, I'm going to tell you what you can do, your options are. But oftentimes when this happens, the relationship is never the same. It's a matter of fact. It's never the same. Why? Because they took your trust and your love and they tossed it in the trash. They tossed it in the trash. And it's sad. And it's very hard to move on and to forget. You may forgive, but it's not easy to forget. It's like that nagging feeling in the back of your mind saying things to you that make you wonder and question things he does and says. So it's important for you to understand that, you may forgive, but you will not forget. And what can we do what can you do when this happens, right? Should you stay? Should you leave? Well, the first thing to analyze is, why would you want to stay with him? Okay? My first question would be to you, why is it you want to stay with him? What is it exactly that you want out of it? Because it's not okay to be with somebody who you can't trust. It's impossible. You cannot have love, romance, and satisfaction, like I always tell you. You cannot feel love if you can't trust him, and he cannot feel your love if you can't trust him. Because love is trusting. Love gives him the freedom. If you as a woman cannot feel comfortable with him having that freedom, do you really want to stay with him? The second thing to analyze is, even if you were the reason for that, maybe you were too annoying, bitchy, closed off, you refuse to have sex with him, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. He is basically a person without integrity. If you value integrity, you value faithfulness, monogamous relationships are your thing, then what are you doing with a man who doesn't align with that? You see, the way you look at relationships, the way you look at your marriage or your relationship with your boyfriend, your long-term partner, if it is a monogamous relationship you want but he doesn't, you want him to be faithful but he didn't, at least that one time, you will always have this question, will he do it again? And chances are that he might. So you're gonna probably have to be, let's say, as if you had to be like walking on eggshells, because you feel like anything that I do wrong, make a mistake and he's gonna be out. It's not gonna give you a good feeling, not at all. And of course, it's not gonna give him the freedom either. See, a man cannot feel like he's lost his freedom, and a woman cannot feel like she can't trust him in this case. So your option to stay seems to be a bit of a challenging decision to make, only if you really want to stay. But yes, it is difficult to say no to people we like, people we maybe have fallen in love with, but sometimes you must. So you gotta be strong, because you gotta see, this is the third and the most important factor here. Who do you love the most? Like, you love him this much, you gotta love yourself twice as much. Why? Because you're faithful. He's not. Why? Because in the end, if you love yourself less, if you love yourself less than you love him, even if it's just a little less, you're already saying, thank you for doing that. I hope you don't do it again, but if you do, I'll be here. Because I don't love myself enough. I don't value myself enough. If that's the message you want to send him, directly, indirectly, through your actions, through your words, by pretending to forgive and stay out of love, because it's not real love. It's more like an infatuation, an obsession. So you got to be careful that you don't fall victim to that. Who do you love the most? You yourself or him? The cheating bastard. I mean, that's just for fun, okay? But maybe he made a mistake, and that's okay to accept that we do make mistakes. Is it something acceptable in a relationship? No, because he betrayed your trust. He betrayed your love. Basically, he said, I can have sex with anyone I want to. Even though he never said that, his actions show that. So you gotta recognize that and realize, do I love him the same as before? Do I love myself more? Do I want to be with somebody who doesn't love me the same anymore? Questions to consider. So I invite you to do that. Go ahead, answer the questions and see if it's worth your time. Because there's nothing better than to be with somebody you can fully trust, you can love. You don't have you give them the freedom to come and do things. You don't have to keep checking, going over over their phone, through their phone. That's not freedom. Love is free. So if you found this information useful, I invite you to just share, subscribe to the channel, support the work so we can reach more people and help them understand the way you and I understand relationships now. And if you really need my help now, urgently, like you don't know what to do, the link down in the description, you can book a call and I'll help you have love, romance, and satisfaction